how do we finance that? Property taxes are going through the roof. We're not getting anything for that. Right now, Hamilton County has to farm out to Claremont County, Butler County, Warren County, because the jail's over capacity. How do we fix that?
This is what you're going to hear about for the next year and a half. Because I want to be the first to own up to this. Because it's my position on this. Property taxes are way too high in this state. It is your land, not the government's. We're going to bring it down. I want Ohio to be a state that the patriots across this country who work hard actually move into. We're actually going to take the income tax rate down to zero as well. It is your money, not the government's. And so I believe that's actually going to make us stronger. The number one objection you're going to hear over the next year is, oh, isn't that going to leave our social services or other local services stranded? The problem, I want every one of you, and not just the people who are here, but the people who aren't here, your neighbors too, to remember, it's that when you feed that beast and just throw money at the problem, they create new problems that actually shouldn't have existed in the first place. So what we need is a culture of accountability. It's not about more money or less money. It is about how is the money we have already allocated actually being spent. Right now the answer is poorly. The schools that we're spending the most money on per student are performing the worst per student. So what I think about is actually, why is that? That's a deeper question. Comes down to an achievement crisis without the application of standards in our education system, and we're going to change that in 2026. But one thing is going to, here's the problem with property taxes are going up, and yet crime is going up at the same time while educational achievement's going down. So we need a new model. That's why I'm running for governor. I do believe it's going to take somebody outside of yesterday's politics. I believe a new generation of leadership in our state. Somebody who isn't cut from yesterday's mold of either Republican or Democrat, but somebody who is willing to say, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, we're going to make sure that Ohio's taxpayers get the bang for their buck for public safety, for economic prosperity, for a world-class education for their kids. And it's not a bad thing when we cut the tax rate of what you're paying. It's actually a good thing because you keep what you earn while your government's actually accountable rather than building more rail projects in the inner cities across the state that nobody actually uses. Thank you very much.